Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your mat Pilates core and more workout. So we are gonna do everything down on the mat. We're gonna keep it all body weight today. And while we are going to have a specific focus on our core, we're also gonna get some lower body, some upper body, and some mobility and flexibility. So I hope this workout makes you feel strong, but also stretch. And of course, I will give you lots of different options to work to your level. Are you ready? Let's do it. We're gonna start right here. I want you to come down into the all fours position. Find what's comfortable for you. And we're gonna start just by warming up through our spine with a little cat-cow. So the first thing I want you to do is just to get in touch with your breathing. So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath your wrist and hands right underneath your elbows. But I want to do that TA breathing. I want you to inhale to expand. We also call this diaphragmatic breathing. So I want you to extend not just through your belly, but also through your sides, through your back. And then as you exhale, I want you to think about zipping up the core, little lift of the pelvic floor, not gripping the glutes and not moving through the spine, but just everything coming in, little tuck of the pelvis. So just a few of those breaths. This is something that we're gonna come back to a lot to give you that good core engagement. You don't have to be thinking of doing a full TA or diaphragmatic breath through every movement, but we often start with it as a warm-up so we can really engage that deep core, and I will remind you that as we go through the motions. So now that you've got that and you've got that good connection, center yourself, and we're just gonna roll through cat to cow. So you can do a breath on that. I like to exhale as we round, but don't stress so much about the breathing. You just wanna kind of warm up mobility of the spine right through here. Here. Trying to really focus on that lower lumbar spine. I know if you're like me, I get pretty locked up and tight through here, just from years of working out and sitting and doing all the things that we do. So you may feel pretty mobile in the top, but then not feel it so much. So really trying to create that movement. Now we're gonna take it back. We're gonna sit back into a child's pose. So I want you just to press the shoulders side to side, give your wrist a little break. Right through here. Sitting back into those hips, reaching those fingertips. And then we're gonna come up into an all fours position. So we're here, 3, 2, you're gonna pop it up and connect with that core, not holding your breath. Then we're gonna sit back and up and connect with your core. So again, still just kind of warming up through here, getting the mobility. So I want this to be an active recovery workout so we get some mobility, but also where you get to work the core. So I want you to challenge yourself and try to come a little bit further, maybe in that knees, all fours position. A little bit more of an angle if that is right for you. One, so we get that stretch through the hip flexors, right? But also so the core engages a little bit more. So you have those first two options. And then we're gonna take it here up to plank. Slowly down, power up to plank. So we're gonna build everything today. Everything's coming in a flow, right? And we're building as we go. So you have the option to child's pose up to all fours, engage the core. Child's pose a little bit forward at an angle. And then of course, all the way up to plank. Let's try to get just a few more. And breathe. Down. And breathe. One more. And slowly down. Keep that stretch. Yes, team. Little stretch side to side. Let's give our wrist a little break, and we're gonna come down onto our elbows. So this is not right for you. You can stay up onto your knees. But again, we're gonna progress this movement. We're coming to those plank singles, engaging the core. So start with that breath. Inhale to expand through your sides, through your belly, through your back. Exhale. Start with just the breathing. Can you feel your core lift without coming off the ground? Try that. Inhale to expand. Also, you can tell as we're working the core with our breathing, we're also getting a little back stretch, right? A little mini baby cobra. Now let's add that lift. We're going into those plank singles. We're gonna lift to the knees. Now here's what I want you to do. On the breath, I want you to try not to push through the toes or the knees. I want you to lift with your core. And slowly down. So take a few of those just going to the knees. And again, your goal is not to push up from the knees or the elbows or push up from the hands or the elbows, to really make your core do the work. Inhale, exhale. Lift with the core. Imagine you're zipping up that pair of pants. You're lifting that pelvic floor. You're engaging the deep core. One more just like that. Now let's keep going. We're gonna go to the knees and then to the toes. Again, try not to push through either. Inhale, we're gonna lift up to the toes. Use your core to get there. And then slowly down, slowly down. And again, you have all these options. You can just go to the knees. You can just do the breathing and feel the core engage from there, or you can take it all the way up to the toes. So breathing to the knees, using your core, to the toes. And as you get to the top, really squeeze those glutes, hamstrings, quads, all the way through your legs and upper. In addition, still lifting from the core. I love these because it's a great option for beginners. Start with the breathing, then go to your knees, but even just the breathing of the knees, if you're using your core to do that lift, you are really gonna feel that. So it can be super challenging for any fitness level in a good way, right? One more. Hold at the top if you can. If the top is the toes for you, great. Again, squeeze those quads, hamstrings, glutes. If the top is the knees, or if the top is in that cobra. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to that baby cobra. Ooh, that core, right? If you want, you can come all the way up, cobra or up dog. Relax those shoulders, look side to side. Right through here. And stretch it back, child's pose. Let's take it all the way down onto our back, right? Let's get that wrist in that plank position. A nice, good rest. So we're here, hug those knees. So we started with just a little warm up of the core. We're gonna keep that core work going. And again, I'm gonna give you lots of different options depending on where you are in your journey, where you are today. Remember what I always say, be where you are today. It's your workout, you do you. All right, so let's hug those knees in. Just get a little stretch. And then we're gonna come to that Pilates 100. So this is a traditional mat Pilates, but we're gonna add on to it a bit. So you have a few options. You can keep your feet down and lift the shoulders. You can keep your feet and your shoulders down and just pump the arms. We're aiming for blood flow, but also nice strong arms pushing down. We're gonna get the upper body working as well. So we're gonna start with that. Feet can be here, or you can bring your feet up into tabletop. Tabletop is that 90-degree angle. Think about wrapping that core, little tuck of the pelvis. Everything is in and lifted, but you're still breathing. And we're gonna pump those arms. So the idea with the 100, you're gonna inhale for 5. You're gonna exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Counting, you can go at your own pace. Exhale for 5. Now, I'm pumping the arms. I know it looks a little silly, but again, your feet can be down and chest lifted. Your feet can be up and chest lowered, or they can both be down or both be up, right? You pick where you need to be. And then if you want to add, we're going to keep the arms pumping and we're going to do little toe taps. It's a little bit of your brain figuring out the movement, right? Breathe. Yes. Still focusing on that breath. In for 5. Good. Let's get 2 more. And breathe. Hug those knees in. Core on fire, right? So since we're here, hug those knees in. Let's take it. Feet up, Relax your upper body, no arms pumping, but we're just gonna do those little toe taps from here. So again, what I want you to think about, wrapping the core, zipping it up. I like to think there's magnets on my hip bones without turning my knees in. Magnets on my hip bones, drawing them together. Same with my rib cage or buttoning up the rib cage. Again, little tuck of the pelvis so it's not a high arch in the back. You just have that neutral spine. You can stay right here. Then if you're ready, take an opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's get that shoulder mobility, trying to reach all the way down if you can. If you have that mobility, I know most of us are pretty tight. Another option would be to actually bring your feet down and just come from here. So many options, right? And then of course, if we want to take it up to that traditional dead bug, keep your upper and lower, keep your upper body down, extend, bring it in, close the core. Extend, bring it in, take it out, yes, and breathe. All the way through. Find what option is good for you. 2 more. Yes. And hug those knees in. Let's let your knees drop to one side into a little stretch. So find what's comfortable for you. Arms out. If you can look opposite of the way your knees are pointing to get a little back stretch. And then a little bit of mobility sneaking in here for our backs. You're gonna take it side to side, open up one knee and then the other, and then look away. Get that stretch. Now you can probably feel like me. Whew. Which side is a little bit tighter? For me, it's this, so I have to reach a little more. And then let's take the knees. So just open book, or sometimes we call this lying thoracic spine, rotation. You can start with just the legs, and then as you're ready, you can open up with the arms. So sometimes we just open one side, but I'm actually gonna have you roll side to side if that feels okay for you. You can do just the legs, just the arms, or both. And breathe, open. Through here. And then find a position in the middle to just relax and breathe into that deep core. So hopefully we're gonna be sneaking in these little mobility breaks while we're keeping the Pilates going. So hopefully that felt good for you. So speaking of, let's do a little tuck of the pelvis, little pelvic tilt. So this is what I think a very underrated core exercise we use a lot in pre and postpartum, but inhale to expand, again, back, sides, belly, exhale. As you come in, let's do a little pelvic tilt. Inhale, release, drop the pelvic floor, exhale, pelvic tilt. This is something that you could do, before you go to sleep at night, when you wake up in the morning, something that you could do, maybe you're on the floor hanging out with your kids or watching TV or scrolling your phone. This little pelvic tilt, again, underrated, can really engage that deep core. And if you're someone who feels like maybe you have an anterior or posterior pelvic tilt, specifically right through here, maybe due to pregnancy or postpartum, it's gonna help draw everything in and connect with that good alignment. So let's keep that going, and then let's roll it up into a bridge. So we're gonna lift the hips. So a little bit of a bridge sequence will keep the core going, but we're gonna tag in some glutes and hamstrings. I still want you to be really aware of that core, everything pulled in. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt. Then lift, squeeze in the glutes and hamstrings, trying to lift up so we also get that hamstring stretch. And down, and breathe. Let's get 2 more just like this. Again, relax your upper body. It's gonna do some work again soon. Bringing it up. And last one, bring it up all the way through. So we're here. I want you to hold here. Open up the chest. Arms can be by your side, overhead, whatever you want to do. Let's squeeze in the glutes. And let's start with a little adduction. So inner thighs. I want you to pull those knees together and then open out to neutral. You're not going out super far, but squeezing inner thighs. We're trying to stay lifted here. Let's just get the inner thighs coming in. If that bothers your knees, just keep the hold. Now from the neutral, let's push out, squeeze. If you want, you can add a little resistance with your hands, right? Outer thighs, staying lifted, core engaged. Now all the way through. Stay up there, take it out. Squeeze inners, take it out to outers. In and breathe. Booty, yes. One more. All right, team, we're gonna go all the way down, all the way up and in, out, back to down. Take it up, squeeze in, squeeze out, take it down. Two more, don't forget about the core. Up, squeeze in, out, center down. Last one, up, squeeze, and relax. Yes, so whatever stretch you need after that, if that's happy baby to stretch your hips, crossing it over, maybe this one is good. We're gonna get some hamstring stretches in just a minute. We're gonna take it to some scissors with our core. Ooh, but that stretch feels good, right? Little mobility break, whatever you need in this moment. I need that hip stretch. Pulling in for the back as well, right through here. Yes, team. All right, we're gonna hug those knees in. Whoo. All right, so we're gonna take those legs up. I want you to get the hamstring stretch first. Now, I know not everybody can get them all the way in. I can't, but I just want you to flex, get a little stretch first. Make sure you're not grabbing right on the joint, either below or above. Ooh, a little shaky, right? Then we're gonna point our toes. We're gonna bring those heels in. We're gonna squeeze in with those inner thighs. Bring everything in. And we're gonna take it to scissors. So again, you're grabbing the calf or the thigh. We're gonna pull in for two, pull in for two. So you're gonna get that hamstring stretch, but we're also working the core. I want you to think about pulling those inner thighs together because that's gonna connect to that deep core right through here. If that's too much, you can drop the shoulders down, or you can even keep one foot down and just get the stretch. You'll still work the core that way, but if you can, in for two, in for two. Right through here, yes, team. Ooh, I know, breathe. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Let's flex that foot. Flex both feet. Get the stretch, keep the core engaged. I know it's tired, but this is Pilates core. 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs. Other side, flex your feet. Get the stretch. Hold, pull everything in. We've got 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. All right, team, one more thing from here. We're gonna bring those heels together, knees out. I want you to get the mobility, get the stretch out of it. First, let's start right here. We're gonna push up and in, squeeze inner thighs, connect to the core, down and out. So a little froggy pump right here, up and in, down and out. Yes, you can. Up and in, down and out, right here, up and in, and down, squeeze. All right, team, if you can, lift the shoulders, up and in, down and out. So you're dropping, coming up in a crunch, bring those elbows in, get the mobility as well, connect. I know, I'm shaking too. 2 more. Last one. Hold it here. Lower down halfway if you can, or about a quarter of the way. Whatever feels good. Does it feel good? It feels hard to me. 3, 2, 1, relax. Whatever feels good. No, Amy, you say that in a stretch, not this. Nothing feels good when your abs are working that hard. All right, let's come onto the side. We're gonna come onto that knee, woo, right core. All right, team, so we're gonna start here. We're gonna lift from the elbow. So we're thinking obliques, then we're gonna work our way up to that hand, then we're gonna work our way up on the knee. So right here, starting here, you can just get that stretch. Maybe that's what you need in this moment. Get the stretch over. Otherwise, let's take it up in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift and slowly down. Now, if you're feeling this shoulder too much, you may need to adjust one way or the other or turn that thumb up. That works too. Take it here. We're not doing very many of each, so remember, we're gonna progress as we go. You can always start with this base level right here. If you want, team, we're gonna take it, watch me, all the way up on the hand. Reach and down. So we get mobility, big stretch. And down, right here. Take it up, and down. One more. All right, if you wanna come up off of that knee, here's your last option. Take it here, slowly down. Almost like a little sit, right? Take it here, woo! Balance, and down. Take it up. Last one, and here. And relax. Let's take this lower knee. We're gonna come up onto our knee. So this is what we want, team. We're gonna take this leg out. So what are we doing? We're getting a hip flexor stretch. We're getting that adductor stretch on the inside, so hips are working hard. We're gonna open up. And then let's start with just a little bend. Just tap and bring it up. Again, what I want you to think about is your core doing the work. I'm not pushing through my knee or my hands. I'm laterally flexing, using my core to bring it back up. Yes, you can. Take it down. While we get that stretch, core is working. Down. And here. You want a little lower. Reach and up. Still using your core. Reach. 2 more. Last one. And here, let's take it right through here. What I want you to do, take those elbows down and then just kind of rock back and forth or find the stretch. This is the part where I say find what feels good for you. Get that little hip stretch and your adductors rather, on the inside. And then bring those knees together. Little stretch. And we're gonna do the same thing from here. So take it out. Stretch the inside, open it up, just a little bend. If you can tap that hand down, keep them straight, open up the chest. Here we go, tap it down, woo! And bring it up, yes! Tap it down, and bring it up. Tap it down, bring it up. One more like this, straight arms. Little more bend if you want. Reach, use the core to bring it up. Remember this core too, it's not just our obliques. Even though that's where we're flexing, we're also lifting from here and here. Yes, team. And here, lean into that stretch. So hips go to the back, lean, get that abductor. So again, trying to work in that mobility throughout this workout. Pilates, core, and more. Let's take it down onto your side from here. Let's get that side plank sequence on this side. So again, on your knee, we'll start here. We'll work up to our hand. We'll work up to our feet. Here we go. Deep breath, everything in. We're gonna lift and drop it down. You can scoop with the arm or you can just keep it regular. Drop it down. Using the entire core as a unit, lift up on that pelvic floor. One more from here. All right, can we come up on that hand? Here we go, big scoop, stretch. Also getting the upper body. Do you feel that arm working, right? So we're working your upper body along with those obliques. Last one. Can you come up on those feet? Remember, you're gonna sit, you're gonna scoop up, then back down slowly. Here we go, use your core. Use your arms to stabilize. And back down. Lifting up, nice and strong. Whoo! And down. Breathe. And here. One more. Whoo! And relax. Yes. Whoo! Let's turn into your mat again. Stretch it out right through here, side to side. Yes, team. Whoo! All right, finishing with a little upper body and core and lower body and core. We're gonna bring it down right here. I want you to bring those elbows in and using your triceps, if you need to stay on your knees, you can. We're just gonna press up for your triceps up to here. Feel the stretch and slowly down. So think of it as that cobra or that up dog, but I really want you to tuck those elbows in tight. Press up for triceps, yes. And slowly down, your core is working as well, right? Even if it's just to here, if you're keeping it pretty small, just keep those elbows tucked in and push through the tris. One more. And taking it down. All right, team. So we're gonna take it up. Watch me. Take it down. We're gonna lift those legs. Take them down. So one and then the other. Triceps. And back, right through here. If that's not right for you, you can just pick one, or you can take it from the knees and then lift the legs one at a time. 2 more. Lift your legs. Last one. Hold up those legs. We're gonna reach our arms out to the side, squeeze the heels in, and out. So arms are staying lifted for your back, but let's get glutes, inner thighs, and out. Squeeze it in, and out. Squeeze it in. Hold those legs out. Take your hands in, squeeze them out. Can you make a full circle? Let's get your back working, back and shoulders. Breathe. Can we put them together? Right through here, squeeze it in, take it out. Squeeze it in and lift. Take it out. Squeeze all the way through the back of the body. Last one. And breathe. Woo. Stretch into that child's pose or whatever you need for you. Almost there, team. So stretch that out. Relax your wrists. We're gonna bring it up one more time. Here's what we're looking at, team. We're gonna take it from either your knees or your toes into that pigeon stretch, then take it back. Pigeon stretch, take it back. Let's get 4 on the right, 4 on the left, and then we'll hold that stretch. We're almost there. Let's think about that deep core. Core working as a unit, strong upper body, nice and tight in that lower body. If you need to keep one knee down and bring it in, that works too. You do you. Here we go. Let's lift that right leg nice and tight. Point the toe. Bring the knee in, little stretch. Hold for a count, take it back. Try to keep it off the ground if you can, but if you need to, tap it back down, but keep it tight. 2 more on this side. Right through here. Last one. And hold it here. So find that good pigeon stretch. Stretching side to side, maybe a little tough to get into. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be graceful. We just want the stretch. Maybe you want to be down, maybe you want to be up, maybe you want that leg more in that 90 degrees. Find what works for you. Let's rest your wrist for a second. And then same thing other side. We've got 4. So using the core to bring it in, then opening up in the hip for the mobility. Here we go. Back to that high plank or knee drop down. Extend that leg, point the toe, tighten it out. Bring it in. Little stretch. Take it out. Bring it in. Little stretch. Take it up. 2 more, nice and tight. I want you to think pushing through the upper body and using the core, and then tighten out in that leg. And here, let's bring it in and stretch right through here. Again, maybe try to get down so you can rest your wrist. Whatever you got, team. Ooh, I know. So let's just take it up to here. A little stretch through your back. Stretch over to the side. If you can, have those feet in that 90-90 position, or a little mermaid, whatever you want to call it. A little stretch over. And then walking, turning into your hip a little more. And then walk through the front. Let's rotate our knees, that mobility, right? And take it here. Stretch over. Thank you so much for joining me today for this workout. Again, lean into that hip. Get some more stretching on your own. We're gonna keep it pretty short. We did have quite a bit of mobility and active recovery in this workout, but we also had a lot of core, plus some lower body, plus some upper body. So I hope you really felt the Pilates core and more, even being down on the mat. Sit comfortably, whether that's cross-legged or feet out. Whew, let's let your head drop to one side. Take that opposite hand, press it down. Stretch through the forearm, through the wrists, through the head, neck, and shoulders. Of course, please check out all the links in the description below. Make sure that you like this video, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, check us out on the BodyFit by Amy app in the BodyFit Athletic Club. Roll those wrists, let your head drop to the other side right through here. And of course, don't forget to get on my email list. I promise I'm not gonna spam you with a bunch of emails, but I will send you a weekly email with our free workout calendar, 4-week monthly calendar, and then a weekly calendar that gives you the links ahead of time so you know what's coming up. You can check it out, you can make your playlist. So make sure if you're following the YouTube videos that you get on that email list, and even if you're not, get it on, because we send lots of great information, tips and tricks for myself and from our BodyFit registered dietitian. Get some more stretching on your own. Hopefully you felt your core in your entire body and you feel stretched and relaxed as well. Let's get one big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your Mat Pilates core and more workout. Great job, everybody.